Hi, everybody. Okay, well, y'all know yesterday we made a pendant and the earrings to go to match the bracelet that we had made earlier this week. And to match the bracelet, after I got off our live, I went ahead and I got them in the oven, and I sat out here and waited because I don't like to leave things in the toaster oven and go off. And once they got done, I took them out, and they were on this tile, and the tile was hot, and I thought, where am I going to put this? Hi, Steph, where you at? I put the link in chat. I thought, where am I going to put this hot tile? I had dinner already cooked. It was on the stove for hubby. And I thought, okay, I'll just slide it in the oven for the night, right? And I went ahead because y'all know I wasn't feeling real good. My fingers are still swollen and joints are hurting a little bit. You know how that goes. And I went to bed, and I took some Tylenol and I took a muscle relaxer, and I was out. And I got up this morning and I remembered, oh, I can work on the necklace and the earrings, get the jump rings in them. And so I come out and I take it out of the oven, and I'm standing there looking at it, and I'm like, this isn't what it looked like when I put it in here last night. And hubby comes out getting ready to go to work. Hi, Marty. Oh, I'm sorry, honey. I hope you feel better. So I thought, hubby comes through, and I look at him and I'm like, what did you do after I went to bed? And he's like, I baked some cookies because I keep the already made cookie dough tubes, in the refrigerator. And he looks down and he sees what I'm looking at. And he just looks at me and goes, what did you do? And I'm like, it wasn't me. You see the burnt? He didn't notice it in the oven. And he turned the oven on and baked cookies. So I was like, are you kidding me? And he's like, well, I didn't notice them in there. So I just went ahead and, okay. So I got up and I came back out here and I made a new pendant and got it baked. I went around it with the gold. I haven't resined it yet. And I also did the earrings, and I went around them with the gold. We still got a resin and put the post on the back, but those will be so cute. So I'm kind of overlooking at that today, So anyway, Stephanie Wire, who is in the chat, her and I were chatting earlier. She was supposed to come on with me. She was going to do some wire wrapping. But I took this mold. It's not the greatest. I love this mold. I think this is one that Trucker Janie gave me. And I do love it. It's, and I was able to pour all but the puzzle piece in this one out of 2 tablespoons of resin earlier. And I'm trying, it's like a petri dish, but you let your resin get a little stringy and you run a thing through it and it kind of feathers. I don't know if you're going to be able to see it feathering or not really. But the side of them looks really cool, where you get the things that drop, and they're all different. So anyway, I thought, I want to see. I love this one. The colors are so pretty. And I used a pack of the Tim Holtz or the Ranger inks that were on clearance at Hobby. And I only used 4 colors. I used Mermaid. I used Mojito, Glacier, and what was the other one? Cobalt are the 4 colors that I used in those. And me and Steph were talking, and we both agreed to add some brighter colors and see what we come out with. So let me move these out of the way. I don't need them over here right now. I'm going to use some of the new resin that I picked up on clearance. It sets in 4 to 5 hours to tack free. So I'm going to mix a little bit of that, and then we have to sit and wait on it to get a little stringy and see how this one does. So I was real happy to get this resin. And I've already got my measuring spoon and everything ready. And I went and I filled up my alcohol bottle. So, let me get you zoomed back out a little bit so you don't feel like you're right up on everything. There we go. But I wanted you to be able to see some of the colors in the resin. All right, where's this at? Okay. I know. It's okay. You get to feeling better, though. We're going to get you going on your channel. Y'all got to help influence her. She needs to do more on her own channel. Stephanie does amazing jewelry, wire work, and stuff. And she can do this. Trying not to make a mess. I don't want resin all over me. I don't normally wear gloves, and I don't have a respirator on, and I'll tell you why. I have a fan just right over here. I have another fan little ways over. I have ceiling fan, and I have my glass sliding door open. So I don't have a problem with fresh air. Like I said, the fan that sits just over on the other side of my desk is blowing right on me. So don't worry. I'm not getting the fumes and all that on me. And I wouldn't do that to Nova. You know, of course, Nova's still in the other room right now, but a lot of times when I'm doing, Nova's right out here with me. And, you know, having her around, I have to really be careful. And my mom is in the house. Yes, that's the one that I got on clearance that I told you I thought was an accident, because none of the others had it on clearance. Just, oh, come out. You know, okay, stay in there. I don't care. One of my cups doesn't want to come out of the other cup for mixing. So I'm only going to mix a tablespoon of A and a tablespoon of B, and we're going to see how well it does. I haven't used this resin yet. So, and like I said, this video is going to be a little longer than the others. And the reason is you have to wait for your resin to start to cure before you can draw your lines through it. And I don't think I waited quite long enough on the other pendant pieces. So we're going to wait. And this resin is nice and warm. It's pretty warm here today. All right, let's get that. I want to find some more of the little rubber spatula things to scrape out my spoons and stuff. And I'm really trying to be careful not to spill. I woke up this morning and I'm pretty shaky. I've been that way on and off ever since we had COVID. I don't know if that has anything to do with it. And there's some days I get up and I've got this god-awful cough. It's ridiculous. And I've taken all kinds of stuff for the cough, for mucus relief and all that, and nothing seems to really get rid of it. I'm not smelling it stuff, really. And, well, I'll tell you, I'll ask Mom in a couple of minutes if she can smell anything. And, you know, that would kind of let you know. Let me grab another paper towel because I want to try and clean this as I go. I don't like the mess. You know that. And I just put isopropyl alcohol in my spoon and wipe it out. And that's all this measuring spoon is. You know, is for resin. I don't use it for anything else. It's just my resin set. And I keep it in my drawer for resin. So I wouldn't want hubby to accidentally grab it by mistake and try to cook something. Because God knows if he didn't notice jewelry in the oven, he wouldn't notice what was this. So anyway, set that down here. Mom's on the phone, so I can't ask her right now. But my mom's got a sniffer, let me tell you. She can smell if you do anything. I remember if we snuck and smoked upstairs and she was downstairs and we'd have the window open and hanging out the window, and she knew. She knew. So... what's in there? Something's in my resin. A little gnat flew in, I think. Okay. Now you have 3 to 5 minutes to stir, I think it said. Let me make sure. Open time is 10 to 15 minutes. So it does not completely cure. Full cure is 3 to 5 days. So I'm hoping. Oh, they're in my drawer in the craft area. They're not anywhere near the kitchen flooring. So it does bubble a lot from, I don't know if you can see the bubbles, but it'll have to degas. But to be honest, I'm not smelling that smell that I do with the regular Alumilite. And I know I say they don't smell, but I don't smell a lot of that chemical smell that people, that plasticky. Hi, Marina. No, I'm not putting this in the oven to harden. This is going to have to sit and just cure overnight. It'll be fine. I'm just making sure it's mixed well. Marina, if you're done with your game even, I put the link in the group for you ladies. Okay. All right. Let me get my mold back over here. And we'll see what we can do. Taking a break to eat. Because I know I want... Got to get them full enough without overfilling, because we are adding inks, alcohol inks to these. So don't fill too much. You don't want them right up to the top. And I put a little too much, I think, in this one. So I don't want it all the way up. I think that'll be okay. And I get quiet when I'm messing with resin, because I got to think. And that's a difficult thing. Y'all know what I mean. I don't know if I'm going to be able to show you what I mean when I tell you to let it get to where it's kind of stringy. About got them. Let's see. Might be able to do this one. All right. Now I'm looking to see if I need to go back on any of them and add a little. So we're about out. Okay. All right. I'm going to call that good. I just am. It may not, but I think it's okay. See if I can get a little bit more in this one, because it's got to go around the circle in the middle to close off the other side, and I think it's okay. There we go. Okay, if you get your nose right down to it, there is a bit of an odor, but you got to really get close to it, okay? But it's not horrible. Now, I'll let it degas a little bit. Won't take it long. I can see air bubbles coming up. I really don't want to use my torch. Let me see if I can find my long neck lighter real quick. It was over here by the back door. Aha, I've got it. Okay, there we go. And pop some bubbles. You can see them popping. Nice and clear. Like I said, other than my shaking, I'm okay. It's crazy. Some days I don't shake much at all, and other days it's like ridiculous. No matter what resin you use, you usually end up with a few micro bubbles. I mean, it's just the nature of the beast. So, no, it's not bad stuff. All right, I'm going to sit up a minute, let it kind of degas a little more before we start to add the resin or the alcohol inks. So I know Steffi's in bed, so what's everybody else up to? And Marina was playing her game, Warcraft or something like that. So I don't do much of anything anymore. No, it doesn't seem any thicker. If anything, it seems a little bit thinner than the Famawood resin that I used earlier today. So it's a nice resin so far. You know, we'll know more when it cures. Now, you have to have, in order to get this technique, you have to have white alcohol ink. White alcohol ink is heavier than the other color alcohol ink because it's opaque, it's not translucent, and most of our alcohol inks are translucent. World of Warcraft. Yep, that's it. So, and I've got my white in this bottle, and I've pulled out several. Let me get my glasses on and I'll tell you which ones I pulled out to play with. Move that cup. We have Purple Twilight, Sunshine Yellow. No, I'm not going to put them together, I know. Senorita Magenta, Calabash Orange, Butterscotch. I just pulled a bunch of different colors out. My hands and mouth was full. Watermelon, cranberry, wild plum, terracotta, sunset orange, pink sherbet, purple passion, and red pepper. And then, of course, I've got gold, and there's, I think, silver. Yeah, there's silver and gold and all that kind of stuff. So anyway, I think we're going to do, I know I want to do purple and mermaid, and maybe I'll add some gold to that. That might look kind of cool. What do you think? Yeah, maybe we'll do that. Add gold to those two. But it needs a green, so I will use Mojito. So we'll do Mojito, Mermaid, and Purple Twilight in one. So, and then let's see, we'll do Red Pepper, Sunshine Yellow, and Sunset Orange in one. And we'll see how that goes. And what do we think of those? What does that sound like? I know, purple and gold. Steffi loves purple and gold. And I think I'm going to try these 3 colors in this one here. So let's get our white mixed. I've got, I put BBs in my little bottles. Okay, so let's hope we don't splotch everywhere. And let's see, let's go with mermaid. And try the green. Then we're going to take the white and drop on top of those drops. Oops. And the white will push the colors down through your resin. So let's see. Let's try this one in that same pattern or same colors. But I'm going to try and see now if I drop the white on each one, if it makes a difference. I've seen people do it both ways. I just want to see for myself what the difference is. Hi, Judy. How are you, honey? Thank you for coming in. And let's see. Let's do the purple in our blank areas. And let's add some white. They're moving nice, the colors. Can you see? I don't know if you can see them moving. Let me pull you in a little bit and see if it'll let you see them move around a little bit. Oops, wrong direction. Hang on, guys. Yeah, you can see the colors move. That's kind of neat. I like that. Okay, let's see. I got to turn it so I can get to them. I know I didn't do the gold yet, Steph. Just wait. I know you. I can hear Steffi in the background going, "Where's the gold, Joe? Where's the gold?" Tell me I'm wrong, Steffi. How you doing, Jude? All right, I'm going to add the gold. I just wanted to let the colors settle a little bit. I need to really mix them. So let's get them. And we won't know what we get now until tomorrow, because you have to let them do their thing, you know. Come on, a little bit of gold. Okay. I'm debating, should I drop a little white on the gold? We're experimenting, right? Try dropping a little white on the gold. See what that does. All right, now I'm going to use red pepper. And I can move you over a little bit. Let's try, is it this direction? Nope, wrong direction. Sorry, guys. I will learn this thing. Oops. There we go. We're going to work on these here. So I'm going to drop red there. And let's see, go with some orange. And a little more white. And then we'll try the sunshine yellow. We'll see what we get. And we'll drop a little more white. I'm hoping these come out cool. I mean, it's a little bit of resin and a little bit of time. I really don't have anything to lose. And we're going to drop gold in these too. And a little more white. And you'll know tomorrow when I know how they come out. So now let's see. Let's try this Senorita Magenta. Do it here. I already dropped a little gold in there by mistake. It won't hurt it. And go ahead and go to the white. And let's see, let's try passion purple with that. And let's get some more white. And let's see, what other color should we do? I guess the gold would look good. We'll just go with gold. Can't go wrong with gold, right? And I'm trying to drop it in the blank spaces that don't have any color. All right, and I know we filled these others. So let's see. Try some watermelon. Go here. And let's get that. Let's try the pink sherbet with the watermelon. Let's get the white on that. I said, you don't know what you're going to get. I think I want to try silver with that. So let's get it mixed up. I haven't used it, so it needs a good mixing. Like I said, got the new resin, and I watched this technique is from, let me think, Daniel Cooper on YouTube is who I watched. Now, I'm not saying mine's going to come out anywhere near how wonderful his does. I'm just saying that's where I got inspired, and that's why I want to try this. So, yes, I'm putting silver in with that too. I want to see. And add a little more white. Oops. Gonna lose my little lid thing. Come on. Okay. Now, I don't know what to do with the other three. I'm thinking maybe like cranberry and gold and silver just to see how it looks. Or what do y'all think? Because I haven't used butterscotch. I don't think cranberry and butterscotch would look good together. Did we use the calabaza orange? Let's try. No, not with that. You know what? I think I'm just going to go with cranberry and gold and silver and see how it comes out. Yep, Daniel Cooper. So we're just going to drop some colors and see what we get. It's the last three little ones anyway, and they are small. So I should cut that little doohickey off, but I know as soon as I do, I'll lose it. Let's see. I want the gold. I like burgundies and golds. I just think they look so nice together. Add a little more white. Okay. I'm anxious for tomorrow to see how they come out. This poor bottle. But I'm going to be picking up some of the Let's Resin alcohol inks. I want to try them out and see if they do any better than the Ranger alcohol inks and stuff, you know. My hip isn't hurting anymore. I'm still not doing it. You don't need to. And I'm not sure it's your, I don't know. You always overdo. I love you to death, Steffi, but you'll get to feeling good and then you'll be right back at it. And you shouldn't get up and do anything today. You shouldn't have been up earlier, honestly. You should have stayed in bed and rested. So I'm just cleaning the ink off my hand because it got on me from this bottle. It's so gnarly looking, I know. Okay, so I'm anxious to see. Now we have to wait until it makes a little string line. It's not doing it yet. And once it gets a little where your resin is just starting to set up, that's when you can run a thing through it and it'll get a feathering effect. But you need a small. Yeah, they look cool so far. I just don't know how they're going to come out in the end. I know it's the waiting time. That's the worst part of it, is the waiting. I don't know how people do it all the time. I can't. Makes me crazy having to sit and wait and wait and wait. And I'm like, come on, come on, come on, come on. So let me go wash my hands. I've used so much of that alcohol that they feel, you know how rubbing alcohol will make your hands feel ucky. Let me go wash them real quick. Steffi will tell y'all, nasty looking hands is kind of a pet peeve of mine, especially when that's mostly what y'all see is our hands. Nobody wants to come on and look at ucky hands. I'm going to zoom y'all back out while we sit and talk and wait on this to cure up some. I said there's nothing else I can do now until it gets to where when you poke something in and you go to pull it out, it's got like a hair piece, that string. And that's what I'm waiting on. So now it's just a sit and chat and wait. And I've got so much stuff out on my desk, y'all. Yeah, I don't like sticky hands. I hate hands that are mucked up. Because a lot of you, that's all you see of us is our hands. And if our hands are always ucky, what does that make you think about the person? We'll need to get that soon. Autocorrect sucks. I thought a lot of the supplies, but I forgot a giant lighter. Yep, you got to get you a lighter. Get you a lighter. Now, I do use my torch on bigger things, but don't, something like this, I don't really like to use it. A little lighter does just fine. These collars look so cool, you guys. I hope it comes out. Like I said, there's nothing else I can do with this until it reaches that specific point. So, and I want to know what they're going to look like tomorrow morning. And don't worry, they're not going in the oven. I didn't have the clay in the oven to bake. It was already baked before he went and decided to bake cookies. As long as they don't go in the Marina, they're not going in the oven. They're not. But even the backs are pretty. I cheaped out on dinner tonight, y'all. I made tuna. We're having tuna sandwiches. It's pretty warm down here, and I did not want to cook, and then I didn't feel like going anywhere. Yes, it was cooling in the big oven because I'd already done dinner. Who would have thought hubby decided to bake cookies at midnight? You know, I just put them in there because they were on that hot tile, and I needed them someplace safe to cool, or I thought safe to cool. So, it is what it is. You guys are just as surprised as I am. And then when he looks at me and says, "What did you do?" And I'm like, "Oh, no, buddy. No, I didn't do anything. What did you do after I went to sleep?" We baked cookies. Well, there you go. And then he asked me, "Well, can't you sand it off?" No. You could sand from here to whenever and you wouldn't get all that off. You know, I got to check. Nope, not yet. It's starting, but it's not to that point yet. Might take another 10, 15 minutes or so. But I figured since this resin cured to a tack-free time is 4 to 6 hours, and open time is supposed to be 10 to 15 minutes. But I think it's a little longer than that. And our humidity's not up. So we're just got to wait. I know. It's boring sitting and waiting on resin to do its thing. I get it. I would much rather be popping it out of the mold and looking at it and going ooh and ah and all that good stuff myself. So, but we can't do that yet. But if you try this, go watch Daniel Cooper. He does some beautiful, he does amazing things. So, y'all, how good is my camera since I messed with the settings? My background here is a brown. Is it a little dark? Is it too bright yet? The color's pretty good. My clay cutter is purple. So, does it show up purple and not blue now? And, we've had that problem. Yep, Daniel Cooper. He has a YouTube channel and he does this technique. It's like a petri dish, but he gets it to feather. It's purple now, yay. I messed with the settings because I got tired of everything looking blue. But yeah, there's no way I could sand that off. He burnt that sucker to a crisp. And of course, Steffi's going, well, didn't he smell it? Well, no. Because there's not, it's not big enough to really put off a lot of odor. And it was pre-baked, so he just charred it, is what he did. So, crazy, I know. Mom just went in her other room. Mom, do you smell any odor?
Do I smell any?
Yeah, I poured resin. Do you smell anything chemically? No? Okay. Well, Mom don't smell the... Yeah, he smelled cookie clay. That's funny. Mom says she can't smell the resin back there, so let's check. Yeah, it's not holding tight. I'm going to wait a little longer, but it's starting to get that string. Yeah, cookie clay. I'd like to cookie clay after I come out here this morning. I was just so in shock. I couldn't believe 'cause he doesn't bake like that, you know? And he I've always got the cookie dough around in case we want a little something something, right? I wish it would hurry up, y'all. I'm sorry I can't do anything else. But I think the color combinations are going to be nice. I do like it. I'm really curious as to how the ones with the purple and then the peacocky looking ones are going to come out. And these orange ones really look amazing with that gold in them. What is that? The sunset orange and uh, sunshine yellow with the gold. I think those are going to be really pretty too. Yeah, it's really good that Mom can't smell it because she's not 30 feet. I'm kind of right in the center of the house. So how close are we? All right, that one's starting to string. I'm just a little nervous. I don't know if I should wait a little longer because the string is breaking. It's not holding. And I think it needs to kind of hold for, a little bit. That's one of them little tools I got on clearance for 74 cents out of the quilling department. And the inks that I used on the ones that I did earlier that I showed you guys were out of the clearance ink from Hobby Lobby that I picked up earlier this week or last week. And they look kind of cool. So, and it's the sides that really look neat. Let me see. Can you see how they're kind of, it pushes it down? This one has a lot going on. But they come out so cool. So that's hopefully they'll do that. But when we push the pointy thing through and we swirl it, it'll kind of look like feathers. It gets a feathering effect. So I know you guys are getting bored. I'm getting bored myself, but if we're going to do it, we're going to do it. And I keep checking. I think it's ready, guys. Let me see if I can pull you down some so you can actually see. And zoom in. We'll do a few at a time. Get it in good. All right, give it a minute to catch up. Okay. What you do, I think you'll be able to see. I'm hoping you'll be able to see. You poke in, you don't touch the bottom. And you just kind of swirl it around. So let's see if we can. Okay. And we'll know tomorrow. Make sure you clean your little tool off every time, because you don't want to pull colors from one into another. You know what I mean? Was it cross-contaminate? You don't want to do that. And I'm going back and forth. And that one really strung. So let's hope. Let's go. And then I'm going to turn it so I can get to the ones in the middle. Like I said, I don't know if this is going to work for me or not. It was just something I kind of wanted to try. And if it doesn't work with these inks, that's fine. I'm going to order the others and we'll see what we can do. Because his inks seem a lot different from these, but he's using inks from Let's Resin, and different company, different brands, they are different. We've been sitting here for a good while, stuff. So let's try this. But if you really want to see the technique done and how cool it looks, check out Daniel Cooper. Like I said, he does awesome. And I don't have the exact stuff he has, but I want to try. Yeah, it was already getting kind of gunky. You know what I mean? Step. So anyway, I'm going to zoom y'all back out. Y'all missed the last of it, I guess. I'm sorry. Anyway, that's what we've got today. And tomorrow, we'll check out and see if it worked or not. Like I said, I'm going to be ordering next week from Let's Resin. I want the sinker white ink, and I want to get the metallic alcohol inks, and then they've got a vibrant colors of, I think it's 24 or 26, and I'm going to go ahead and order those, because if this works, these would look so cool done on little keychains and things. So I hope y'all didn't get too bored. I said some techniques, they just take a little longer and you have to wait. And there's no way I can do this and show you how to do it and pop them right out. It wouldn't, you can't do it. So, but I really, really think these are going to come out pretty cool. And I'll be moving it to sit on top of this, so that way I can put it somewhere where hubby can't get near it. Ha ha ha. Because I don't want him to mess with them. But anyway, that's kind of all I've got today. I'll be back tomorrow, 5 o'clock. We're going to pop these out, see how they did. And I don't know what we're going to do, but we'll find something else to get into. So I appreciate y'all coming in, hanging out. If you think about it, leave me a thumbs up. If you want to come back, leave a comment, something you'd like to do, want to see, and we'll see what we can do. But y'all have a great rest of your day, and I will see you tomorrow. Bye, Judy. Y'all have a great time. Bye, everybody.